All right, let's stop, ma'am. I don't think you want to play it this way. Ma'am, please stop. You want to stop with lights on, siren? Stop. You just left Walmart. Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay. Let's stop. Come on.
I'm going home.
Ms. Garner, who is 73 years old, suffers from dementia and sensory aphasia, impairing her ability to communicate verbally and understand others. She is 5 feet tall and weighs 80 pounds. On June 26, 2020, in the afternoon, she was walking through a field towards her home, 2 blocks away, peacefully picking wildflowers.
After a short struggle, she's now detained. Come on. I am code 4.
That.
Why did you do that? I told you to stop. You don't get to act this way. Come on, stay on the ground.
Officer Hop approached her from behind, asking her to stop and talk. As she didn't comprehend his words and continued walking home, he forcefully grabbed her, subjecting her to a violent assault, including twisting her arms behind her back, throwing her to the ground, and handcuffing her. Shockingly, only 8 seconds elapsed from the moment Officer Hop reached Miss Garner to when he forcefully brought her down and restrained her with handcuffs.
I'm going home. I'm going
Quit!
Ow!
Are you finished?
I'm going home.
Hey, stand up. We're not gonna hold you.
All right, let's go to the ground. On the ground.
Going home.
On the ground. Why are you doing this? Let me see who she is.
I'm going home. I'm going home.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to search her real quick. No, we wrestled for a minute. And she almost got her handcuffs off.
I'm going home.
No, you're not. All right, stand up.
I'm going home.
All right, stand up.
I'm going home.
Subsequently, Officer Jalali arrived and joined Officer Hop in the unnecessary and violent act of dislocating Miss Garner's shoulder, fracturing her humerus, and spraining her wrist.
Sit down.
I'm going home.
Sit down.
I'm
down.
going home.
Get in the car.
In you go.
Do not hook onto him.
I'll come on the other side and grab her.
Quit. Quit.
What? What are you doing? Get out of here. This is not your business. Come on.
Get in the car.
There you go.
They then threw her to the ground again and hogtied her. Throughout this horrifying ordeal, Miss Garner, terrified, disabled, and injured, repeatedly cried out, "I'm going home." This plea was uttered over 38 times. Supervisor Sergeant Metzler arrived at the scene, witnessed the brutality, approved of it, assisted in covering it up, and further directed that Miss Garner be denied access to medical care for her injuries. He also failed to activate his own body-worn camera and neglected to document the use of force, both of which violated the written policies of the Loveland Police.
Did we catch her here walking on foot?
Yeah, she was walking right here. The light siren, she kept walking. Said, "Please stop." Stop, and she looked at me, kept going, saying, "No, I'm going home." So I went up to grab her, started pulling away from me and stuff like that. So I was by myself, so I went to the ground. We struggled and rolled for a little bit.
I see that.
Yeah. And then I got her detained. She showed up while I had her up against the car because I couldn't get her in the car and all that stuff. So we struggled over there for a little while. And then we brought her into this car because mine was locked. And she wouldn't get in. She'd get in, wiggle out, get in, wiggle out, all this stuff. And then finally, we're like, let's get to the ground, get her in a hobble.
She been drinking or something, or?
I have no idea. She hasn't talked to me much.
Okay. All right.
Good.
All right. Let's get her down to the station.
Yeah.
Go from there. So we have.
I still need to figure out what we have there.
Okay.
This-
Do you want him to go? You want Capello to go over there?
Could you go do that? Because they got the property back from her before she left.
Okay, from the shoplifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go over there and see what she's.
How much? What?
How much?
All that jazz.
Yeah. Were you guys talking to anybody over there?
No, I just came here because she left and I found her.
Alright, I'll go over there. I'll let you know.
You're the bomb.
All right, and I'll meet you guys down soon.
Cool. Thanks.
You guys are okay?
Yep, we're good.
You're a little muddy, dude. I think we're doing
A little
inspections
bloody, a
tonight.
little muddy, that's how it works.
Yeah, is the blood on her?
Yeah, that's her blood. You're not bleeding, are you?
And this is who?
Oh, he probably wants to talk to you.
He just showed up and started filming us, asking us.
Yeah. I've explained him the situation. He's a lot better now.
Despite the obvious dislocation of her shoulder and Miss Gardner's continuous complaints of pain at the scene and during the subsequent hours under their control, none of the defendant officers or anyone else from the Loveland Police Department sought medical assistance for her. This disregard for their own policies on the use of force and injuries is inexcusable. No effort was made to provide mental health support to Miss Gardner, who is visibly mentally disabled. Instead, the officers handcuffed her to a cell in the police station for over 2 hours, leaving her isolated and terrified and in extreme pain. Later, they took her to the Larimer County Jail, falsely stating that she was uninjured, resulting in an additional 3 hours of denial of medical treatment.
Come on, Karen.
I'm gonna run.
You're gonna run? Oh, good thing we got the hot one.
You guys grab her arms.
Yep. We got her.
Ouch.
That's okay. We got you. We got you.
I was gonna pay for it.
But you didn't. Where do we want her at?
Right here.
Okay. Probably want to take that
I was
hobble
gonna
off when we get in
pay
there.
for it. I was gonna pay for it.
Put your knees on the bench. Put your knees on the bench.
Just lay her flat.
Okay.
There we go.
I was gonna pay for it.
Do not kick me.
I was gonna pay for it.
Sit you up. Come on, let's sit. Don't kick anybody.
The Loveland Police Department justified these actions based on the suspicion that Miss Gardner had left Walmart without paying for $13.88 worth of items. Forgetting to pay for items is a common symptom observed in elderly individuals suffering from dementia, with nearly 20% of adults in Miss Gardner's age group experiencing some form of dementia. On April 14, 2021, Miss Gardner filed a federal lawsuit against the Loveland Police Department, citing civil rights and ADA violations. The incident severely impacted her mental health, leaving her withdrawn, depressed, and fearful. She now relies on assistance for daily activities due to the loss of arm functionality. Surprisingly, despite video evidence, no disciplinary action has been taken against the officers involved, and the district attorney's office dismissed the case and charges against Miss Gardner. Moving on to the next video. On the night of May 30th, 2021, the chaotic conversation unfolded, and it became clear that there had been a violent altercation between Brittany and their neighbor. Tim, still trying to make sense of the situation, explained that he wasn't present during the incident but had come outside upon hearing the commotion.
He wasn't here, dog wasn't here.
Okay, then what's it look
I
like?
came out and I was like, what's going on? Right to the fucking mouth.
Okay.
Which room is he in?
I don't know. Right there, possibly?
Okay.
And then the tranquility of Michael Clark's apartment in Idaho Springs was abruptly disrupted when two police officers, namely Officer Nicholas Hanning and Officer Elling Summers, forcefully banged on his door.
Like, shut the fuck up! Boom!
Was he white, black?
He's
Hispanic?
white.
Does he have hair? Is he
Yeah.
bald?
Gray hair?
Yeah, gray hair. He's an older guy. He's maybe about this tall. That guy lives right there in that room, and that's where the wall would go.
He was
seen him
bang,
before.
bang, bang. That's what woke
I've seen
me
him.
up.
We just moved in here yesterday, but I saw him like last night or the night before.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my dog in the bathroom, okay?
Okay.
What do you want? What the fuck? Motherfucker over there. Put it down, motherfucker!
Put it down!
Put it down!
Get on the ground down!
Back up. Get out here right now!
Without hesitation, they burst inside, initiating an assault on a 75-year-old man. Despite Mr. Clark posing no discernible threat, unarmed and dressed only in his boxer shorts, the officers proceeded to use a taser on him from a distance of 8 feet within his own apartment.
Party's unconscious. .207 taser deployed. Party came out with a machete.
The force of the tasing caused Mr. Clark to lose consciousness, leading to a violent fall that resulted in his head colliding with a dining room chair, causing a deep laceration and bleeding. Not content with the harm they had already inflicted, the officers further intensified the brutality by slamming his head against a shelf before dragging his motionless body into the hallway for all to witness.
All right, let's get him set up.
Turn that off.
Yeah, I got it off.
Just keep it.
Sir, 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 talk to us. Talk to me. Talk to me. Sir, talk to me.
Officer Hanning took it upon himself to place his knee on Mr. Clark's head and neck, constricting his airway. Handcuffed and lying defenseless on the ground, Mr. Clark remained unresponsive for 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Brittany, visibly upset, shared her account of the events, mentioning that there had been disturbances caused by people nearby. She had been drinking but maintained that she was not at fault. Ellie, the police officer, assured Brittany that they were there to help and empathize with her distress.
Stay with you.
I got him.
He's breathing, he's fine.
Okay, stay on your side. Stay on your side. Stay on your side. I'm police. I'm the police. Stay on your side.
They hit my walls.
I understand.
They hit my walls hard.
I understand, sir.
Aye.
Stay on your side. Stay on your side.
Mr. Clark's life took a devastating turn after the incident, leading to a series of medical complications. He was hospitalized due to elevated troponin levels caused by the tasing and experienced severe health issues, including vomiting blood, a stroke, carotid artery surgery, and a burst appendix. Doctors are uncertain if his frail body can withstand the required heart surgery.
Okay.
And
Here, I'll go talk to her.
and they were banging to the wall. I mean,
Are you
loud.
good? Are you okay?
And I thought it was them coming after me.
It's important to highlight that Mr. Clark was never charged with any wrongdoing. Prior to this incident, he enjoyed a fulfilling and independent life as a proud father and grandfather. Despite a law allowing the release of body cam footage, it was initially withheld until the judge's intervention.
Right? Are you okay? You're upset, I get that, but are you okay? No? What can I help you with? What can I help you with?
What I want, and I know it's totally illegal, but I want to kick the living fuck out of him.
Okay, well.
And I walked around.
The district attorney and police department compounded Mr. Clark's victimization by portraying him as a disturbed individual involved in a physical altercation, disregarding his status as a victim. Determined to prevent such abuse, Mr. Clark's current objective is to expose the truth and demand change. Despite his physical and emotional challenges, he remains resolute in his mission to ensure accountability and reforms in law enforcement practices.